Welcome to Thank God You're Not My Child. Remember, it's a comedy podcast where I talk about whatever I want to. And this week, we're going to talk about keeping our kids innocent. I know. We really do like our kids to be smart. You know what I mean? Yep, there it goes. You know what I mean? It's already going. To be innocent. What is to be innocent? Okay? Well, I'm going to tell you, over the last couple of weeks, I have seen some just disturbing videos. And it's broke my heart. It's just, kids are so special. And if you are letting kids be involved in too much adult stuff, there's going to be a lot of emotions. And there's going to be emotions that kids maybe don't need to learn how to deal with yet. You know? So that's what we're going to talk about this week. And we're going to start off with the biggest thing. We should not be letting our kids into our politics. I think your kids knowing to vote and do what you need to for your country, this is something that you need to teach your kid. But I watched so many videos of you could hear. The good news is I didn't see any of the meltdowns. I heard the meltdowns with the kids crying. And you know, kids cry because of all different things. Your basic needs, kids cry from. But kids should never be crying because of somebody that's the president or didn't get to be the president. I understand that you might want your kids to know that you are sad or that you are happy. For your kids to think, I saw a video, let's just talk about it, of a little girl. You could hear a little girl crying. And her mom said, Trump had won. And this little girl, and I tried to go down the hole to find out how old, but I'm thinking 5, was crying because she's convinced she's not going to have any rights, people. And now I know being 5-year-old, it's so fucking hard. I mean, really, it is. People tell you everything you have to do. People, when you're 5, what the fuck can you do? You know? And now I can't do anything about politics, so I'm just going to cry and I'm just going to have anxiety that I don't need because they don't need to know about our politics shit. As they get older, they learn. They need to know how the government works. They need to know the laws. You know, you remember learning how the laws work? I don't even know if they teach that in school anymore. So yeah, it's a big old problem. And we should not be letting our kids into those emotions. And if you have, you're the fucking problem. You're the fucking problem. Keep your kid innocent. You know, these same people are probably letting their kids believe in Santa, which my kids, we did Santa. My daughter doesn't do Santa. But you know, she does do Jesus. Toot that horn. And you know what? It's her choice. She can do whatever the fuck she wants. I'm called the mom. I'm not called the one in control of my daughter's life. So you know what? They do what the fuck they want. Because that's their life. But you should not be telling your kids politics. You just shouldn't. Just dot the end. That's all I'm going to say. And if you did it, you're the fucking problem. Okay, so on to the next. Money. I've had a lot of people email me and talk about, you know, because there are kids out there that understand their kids don't have money. I've known kids throughout my childcare life over probably close to 30 years that they never knew. They never knew bad. I wanted to keep them innocent. I wanted to keep them innocent. I didn't want them to know about politics. I didn't want them to know. I mean, you have to talk about bullying whenever they're little, because 1-year-olds, they gonna slap you. 1-year-olds gonna slap you. They're gonna test you, and everything you do is teaching them to be independent with their emotions from 1-year-old. It's just discipline, people. Even a 1-year-old can be told no. You telling your child no will teach them to tell other people no when they need to. Those boundaries. Teaching your 5-year-old that everybody should be not say anything hurtful to them. It's just, I'm just shocked. I'm just shocked because when I was little, I mean, I was bullied, and I wasn't bullied a lot, but what I noticed most is, and this is a little bit about my past, is when my little brother was born, I'm thinking I was 7. I think he's 7 years younger than me. My little brother Stub. Anyway, I liked to play with my little brother. I liked to play in the dirt. I realized when we moved to Craig's, Oklahoma, that I liked watching the boys ride motorbikes behind the house. And then I realized I want to do it too. And you know what? My mom and dad never said, ew, that's for boys. They never said that. They told me to go have fun, be safe. Of course, I was safe because I never broke a leg or a bone until a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, when I broke my ankle on roller derby. Yeah, I got one really good ankle. Yeah, and one that's still 55. But yeah, so let's just go there. Your kids are going to have mean things said to them, and you're going to want to jack the shit out of somebody. And I'm not going to tell you not to jack the shit out of somebody if they're mean to your kid, okay? I'm going to take up for any kid. If I saw a kid getting hit. Now, there's a difference between discipline, a spanking, and all. That happens. But if I saw a kid really getting beat, I'm going in. I'm going in, people. I'm going in. And, but if I even saw a husband hurting a wife or vice versa, I'm going in. I'm not going to let somebody beat somebody. I'm going to be all up in their shit. But you want to keep your kids innocent, And so no politics. They're going to get hurt. They're going to have sadness. I was different. I like to play with the boys, and we're just going to leave it at that. I never went to school, and I never was told, ew, I bet you're a boy. I was called a tomboy, and I was okay with that. And I didn't mind. I didn't mind if I was going to go to church with somebody that everybody knew I was going to be in my boots, jeans, and t-shirts. And you know what? Jesus does not care if I'm wearing boots and jeans in church. And if you think Jesus is looking at what we're wearing, I know where the problem is. So, yeah. I don't think he cares. So if you go on that, why would you tell anybody that they're not something, why would you let your little kids think they're in the wrong body? I'm just going to say it. There's nothing wrong with being a tomboy. There's nothing wrong with being a girly girl or a girly boy. I don't even know what the political correct stuff to say is, because I just love people. And you know what? If I have friends that are lesbians and gays and all, and you know what? I learned about my relationship through all of my friends. I don't care if you have a relationship. I don't care if you're married or not married. If it's going well, I don't care if you're male, female, I don't care what it is. I was married 32 years. I did things wrong. He filed for a divorce when I was 50. I wonder why he did that. You can blame, I can point pictures and say, oh, he did it, he did it, he did that, he did that. But you know what? What's it matter? If I don't fix what I did wrong, this next marriage isn't going to be great. So I'm going to learn from all of my friends. I'm going to learn from my friends that have relationships that are good. One of my favorite couples, God, they're so special. I'm not going to say their names because I don't want to pinpoint, but they are on my Springfield roller derby team, which I so miss. But I have some favorite couples on that team because I see them loving each other so big. So yeah. So why are you gonna tell your child they're something different than what they were born? You know, that's just all I'm gonna say on that matter, because I just think it's a ball of shit. It's a ball of shit. It shouldn't matter. I think if a tom girl wants to dress in men's clothes, who the fuck cares? I sold suits once at Bell's, and it might have been 19. I just had my son, probably 19, 20. And I sold suits, and I didn't know what I was doing, but I didn't care who the fuck wanted to buy it. So I had a customer once, and she walked in and she's asking me questions about a suit. I'm telling her everything I know, which I'm trying to learn. I'm 20 and I'm trying to sell a fucking suit. Sell a fucking suit to a woman. I don't know much about suits, but I'm smart and I can fucking listen. So you know what I did? I listened to her. And she walked out of there with whatever the fuck she wanted. And we're just going to say she looked good. And we might not say when she realized that I could have cared less if she was buying a men's suit. If you're going to buy it, first of all, it needs to be the right fucking color. And second of all, it needs to be, it need to look good. I ain't going to let you buy that fucking suit as a woman if it don't look good. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do it for a man either, but if it doesn't look good, I'm going to tell you my opinion. But if you like it, I'm going to let you walk out with it. But I'm going to put noted on there that I didn't agree with that. But yeah, you know why? Because I was raised to be who I wanted to be. So let's let our kids just be who they want to be. Just let them be who they fucking want to be. If your son wants to wear fingernail polish, what the fuck does it matter? And if people are looking at them, your child's not the problem. Because if that bugs someone, that person that it bugs, that's the one with the problem. Because it just doesn't matter to people. You know, I've had a few videos that I've watched that's just made me sad. Because I did not, I mean, you see these videos that are talking about, I'm not going to be with my family this week. I'm at this holiday, and they're cutting people off, and it kind of breaks my heart because I have family, but I have family that are very, very busy. And so when I get to see them, sometimes it's always the holiday. So if some of them aren't going to show up just because of how somebody voted, it's so sad. So sad. And if you've got a child, keeping your child innocent isn't taking away grandparents or aunts or uncles because you're not happy with how they voted. Keep your kids innocent. If you want them to have fucking Santa, let them. You know? But how can you let your kid believe in Santa and not believe in doing the right thing? You want them to believe fairies, but you don't want them to make the right choices. Believe in fairies. Be the opposite sex. You know what? You can be whatever the fuck you want. And if you want to have a kid that, first of all, your kid needs to be telling you, okay. I've had kids over the years that I pretty much nailed on over daycare years that I knew young that they were probably going to be gay or lesbian. But you know what? I didn't tell them. I just sat back and watched because kids need to figure this shit out. Through your middle school years are some of the most horrible years. And you have to figure out how the fuck you are. So if you all of a sudden decide, oh my God, I don't look like a girl, and somebody says, well, maybe you were born a boy. Things are so fucked up now to try to change your sex. Just wear what you want. And you know what? If you're a boy and you want to transition, just fucking do it. Go. But we're going to keep our kids innocent. That's what I want to do, is keep our kids innocent. Don't let your kids know about, drag shows. Let's just get real. An average drag show are men dressing up amazingly. The talent. Oh, I was able to go to my first drag show when I turned 50, and the talent. I sing. You know I sing. I could put all of the spandex and makeup and all, and I still would not look as good as they are or have the talent. So you know what? I'm not knocking them. But I'm not sure your 5-year-old needs to be seeing this stuff unless you do it. Because I understand if that's your lifestyle to let them see that. Go. That's your child. But I'm going to say keep them innocent as long as you can. Because life is rough, and if you've got a teenager that's different, and I say this because I am different. I have always been that different freak, my freak flag. My freak flag, it's going to be what the fuck I want it to be. And I had a mom and dad that told me to go for it. And that's what you need to do. So let's keep our kids innocent, Let's just keep our kids fucking innocent. Keep politics from them. If you're having money issues, there's no problem to go, we can't buy that toy this week. We need to save a little for it. Nothing wrong with it. Keep them innocent. They need to know some of your basic monies, that I work, I make money, we have house payment. These are things that a 5-6-year-old needs to do. They don't need to know all the details. Keep them innocent. They will learn soon enough how fucked up the money system is. But let's keep them innocent. You don't want your child, 5- and 6-year-old, to know anything about sex, do you? No, you don't. So why the fuck are you going to let them know about sex changes? I said it. I said what I said. So, I guess if you're transitioning, that'd be a really good reason to let your 5- or 6-year-old know. So, 100%. And if maybe somebody really close to you, so they're going to walk in and, grandpa is now grandma. There's a reason. There are reasons. But your average child, if they ask, just say, oh, he just likes wearing dresses, or, oh, he just don't make a big deal out of it. Let them stay innocent, because in this world, they're going to learn fast enough. So now I wanted to move on to a little bit of just between us. Getting married at 55, and he's 61, and he has 2 kids, and I have 2 kids. All of our kids have been very accepting. It's been really good. My ultimate mold, first of all, I'm never going to be their mom. Okay. Their mom was pretty fucking awesome, and she did pass away almost 3 years or so ago. The more I learn about her, the more I realize, dang, we'd have been friends. She might not have watched my horror movies with me or Tim Burton, but we'd have been friends. So I love her. Okay, so yeah, so I knew I was never going to be anybody's mom. I'm Donna. I love your dad with all of my heart, but I'm Donna, and that's the bottom line. But I never thought I would ever have to deal with being called I was racist, or God had nothing to do with my choices, by family. So, am I scared to be around them? Not at all, because I'm a strong fucking woman. Do I think it's absolutely ridiculous? I do. But does it make anything difference to me? Not fucking at all. I miss holidays with my kids. So if I can't be with his kids, you know, it's just one of those things. So, when my kids got married, that they move on to their life. So now I've had to realize that maybe when we got married, it's not always going to include all of the kids. But, we all have our own choice. We have our own choices. And, I'm a firm believer that if you have a child that's getting picked on at 15 and catcalls, you know what? I'm not moving because those fucking men are going to stop catcalling my daughter. I don't care if it's my daughter. I don't care if it's my son that looks like a daughter. You're going to fucking stay off. I ain't got to move away from that shit. We need to be good humans. Be better human. Be better human. Okay? Anyway, I think I've told you everything I know. I know I have. And I know I rambled. But you know what? Let's keep our kids fucking innocent. And I'm just going to say it. And if you don't like it, that's up to you. So until next time, thank God you're not my child.